Welcome to the e-content presented by Shabina. Today we are going to learn a new poem, The Sower, written by Victor Mary Hugo. Victor Mary Hugo, born on February 26, 1802 in Besançon, France, was a towering figure of French Romanticism, renowned for his poetry, novels and plays. His life was marked by his profound contributions to literature as well as his political activism and advocacy for social justice. Hugo's works often explored themes of freedom, human rights and struggles of the individual against oppression. Among his most celebrated novels are Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, both of which have had a lasting impact on literature and society. Les Miserables presents a sweeping narrative of love, sacrifice and redemption against the backdrop of 19th century France, while The Hunchback of Notre Dame portrays the lives of marginalized people within Paris, particularly around the iconic Notre Dame Cathedral. These works not only reflect Hugo's literary skill but also his empathy for the poor and disenfranchised. Victor Hugo passed away on May 22, 1885 in Paris, but his legacy endures. His work continues to inspire readers and artists, reinforcing his status as one of France's greatest writers and an enduring symbol of justice and humanity. The Sower, written by Victor Mary Hugo. Sitting in a porchway cool, face the ruddy sunlight first, to light hastens on to rule, working hours are well nigh past. Shadows shoot across the lands, but one sower lingers still, old in rags, he patient stands, looking on, I feel a thrill. Black and high his silhouette dominates the furrows deep, now to sow the task is set, soon shall come a time to reap. Marches he along the plain to and fro and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain, moody eye to see him stride. Darkness deepens, gone the light, now his gestures to mine eyes are august and strange, his height seems to touch the starry skies. Now we are going to see a small description about the poem. The Sower by Victor Mary Hugo is a poem telling of an old sower's activities from an observer's perspective. The poem begins with the fading of the day into night. The poet persona notes this change as the universal indication working hours are over. As the poem progresses, however, he spots a sower still planting seeds in his fields. The sower's dedication to this activity intrigues him. The persona admires the man's diligence. He also senses the old sower only works till late out of necessity and pities him. In the poem's conclusion, the titular sower never leaves his fields even when it becomes totally dark. Although the sower's figure is a distorted shadow at the end, out of admiration, the poet persona doesn't stop watching him either. Now that we have read the whole poem, let's explain each stanza one by one. Let's start with the first stanza. Sitting in a porchway cool, fade the ruddy sunlight first, to light hastens on to rule, working hours are well nigh past. This quatrain begins the poem with the speaker watching day become to light. He notes this change to mean working hours are over. With these lines, the poem portrays its persona as a fairly relaxed individual. This trait would go on to provide a stark contrast between our persona and the sower he observes. The second stanza. Shadows shoot across the lands, but one sower lingers still, old in rags, he patient stands, looking on, I feel a thrill. In this stanza introduces the sower, whom the persona is quick to observe. The speaker's description paints the image of a poor farmer. His tone in this quatrain also shifts from carefree to intrigued. This change makes readers anticipate the sower's action. Black and high his silhouette dominates the furrow's deep. Now to sow the task is set, soon shall come a time to reap. The third stanza reveals the sower's next and expected action, planting seeds. The persona also observes from the length and thickness of the sower's shadow to light fading into night. The speaker's laid-back personality should have made him turn in for the night, but he continues to observe the sower from his porch. From his actions, readers can tell the speaker's intrigue has become a deep interest. He is predicting the outcome of the farmer's activities, confirms this shift in tone. Marches he along the plain to and fro and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain, moody eye to see him stride. In stanza 4, the persona describes the sower's actions in detail. The diction here brings romantic elements into the poem, elevating the farmer's Nordin's activities until they sound almost magical. The diction also highlights the hard-working nature of the sower. With the word phrase march and to and fro, readers see strength in the sower's gait. His scattering the seeds wide suggests a dedication to his work. However, pity tinges on the speaker's tone as he watches the farmer work well after dark. Regardless, we know he is still spellbound by the sower from the romantic way he describes his activities. Darkness deepens, gone the light, now his gestures to mine eyes are august and strange, his height seems to touch the starry skies. The last stanza underscores the themes of hard work and dedication. A parallel to the conclusion of the poem, night fully sets in here. The poet persona can accurately describe the sower's activities anymore. Despite that, neither the persona nor sower leaves their respective locations. The old sower keeps working in his fields, reaffirming the admiration his observer has for him. The poetic devices are used in this poem. The first one is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of initial consonant sound. For example, shadows shoot, one sower lingers still, to see him stride, darkness deepens, seems to touch the starry skies. The another one is personification. It refers to the attribution of human qualities to non-human things. Example, twilight hastens on to road. Now, let's have a quick glance on glossary. Porchway, a covered entrance or passageway. Ruddy, having a red or reddish color. Twilight, the time of day immediately following sunset. Silhouette, a dark shape or outline of someone. Rag, a piece of old, torn or worn out cloth. Now let's move on to the activity. Look at the words cool, room, fast, past. These are rhyming words. Now pick out the rhyming words from the poem. Thank you.